Define the unexpected out there along a burgeoning, reopening Pacific Rim.
Well, there are so many wildcards that are now abounding that it's really hard to know where to start. We can start with the China reopening, long anticipated, over anticipated. Now we're getting down to reality. The fact of the matter is that China may get back to where its oil demand growth was 2 years ago. China is on its way down. It's moving out of the world of oil consumption, and it's almost imminently there. After this recovery, I'd say it's the last hurrah for demand in China and close to the last hurrah for demand around the world. So that, for starters, is one of the things that's really impacting the market.
I look at the dynamics here. Is it a study of supply or a study of demand? Which is most important to you and your Citigroup team?
I don't think we can separate them out at this moment. We're in a period of time when the world is definitively moving off of oil. We're coming out of a slowdown eventually, which will have a flash of oil demand. But it's really stunning to look at large countries. We look at the three major economies of the world. Europe's demand was down before the pandemic, and it's going to continue to go down. China's demand, if we look at major fuel uses, their demand for diesel peaked in 2015. They're coming back to a level that they're going to start retreating from. And indeed, we expect diesel demand in China to be lower this year than last year, and that's because of the surprise the world had with moving from natural gas, where prices were extraordinarily high, into diesel. And for China, that demand switch was between 300 and 500,000 barrels a day, and they're going back to natural gas now that prices have come back to earth. And then we look at the United States, and the stunning part of the U.S., at least in terms of weekly data, is that the U.S. demand is down below where it was a year ago. And U.S. exports are up significantly from where they were a year ago. The U.S., as a result partly of the release of strategic oil, but only partly because of it, has become by far the largest gross exporting country in the world. We're exporting close to 10 million barrels a day of oil, and that's after the SPR release was over. That's more than Russia. That's more than Saudi Arabia. It's more than both countries combined. And our supply is way up. If we look at real liquids, oil, biofuels, natural gas liquids, and the gains we get for running our refineries full out, we're a 21 million barrel a day producing country. That's kind of extraordinary, and nothing that we expected a year ago when this Russia-Ukraine conflict started and emerged.